Welcome to College Town Talk. I'm Jonathan Frank.
And I'm Shan Stout.
Shan, I'm going to be your new favorite person after today's episode.
I'm listening.
Okay. Well, yeah, of course, for our listeners, maybe if you're new, of course, Shan is the Director of Tourism for the Putnam County Convention and Visitors Bureau. And our guest today, it is a professional match made in heaven, Shan. You can thank me later. She is a Tennessee Tech marketing student, Emily Thomas. She's a Cookeville native and third-generation Golden Eagle interning at the Upper Cumberland Tourism Association. And get this, when she graduates, her goal is to work in local tourism to help promote the region that raised her. She also works in the Dean of the College of Business's office as a graduate student operations and engagement assistant. She serves on the College of Business social media team and is secretary of the Tennessee Tech Marketing Club. And while she graduates with her bachelor's degree in May, she's already working on her master's too, thanks to the College of Business's Fast Track program.
You know what? I think she might be my new favorite person. I'm so looking forward to this conversation.
Well, if you're looking for a way to thank me, Shan, I take cash, Venmo, and Soulcraft gift cards.
Okay, I'll get right on that. Emily, welcome to College Town Talk. I didn't know until moments before our podcast started that you were the Emily, because I'm good friends with Billy Davis. She is the president of the Upper Cumberland Tourism Association. And as our director, she has been giving you rave reviews. And you are Emily the intern. I mean, that has been your name. So this is so exciting that you're here today. And obviously, as director of tourism, I'm eager to talk to you about your passion for local tourism and helping to promote our region across the Upper Cumberland. But let's start with that initial decision to come to Tennessee Tech. You're a Cookeville native, third-generation Tennessee Tech student. So was this a family tradition that you always wanted to carry on? Did your parents want you to come here? Did you want to come here? Because sometimes when you're from here, you think, oh, I want to go far, far away. And then they may even try 1 year somewhere else and they come crawling back because they realize what Tech had to offer and they get a little homesick for home. So what was your story?
So I didn't first decide to go to Tech, but I graduated high school at 16. So I had no choice but to go to Tech or somewhere local. But once I kind of figured out that I was a third generation, it definitely made me want to carry the legacy on. I did tour Tech a few different times with the events that they had throughout my high school, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I've lived in Cookeville my whole entire life, but never realized that Tech is such a community within itself.
Oh, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. True statement.
Yeah.
Tennessee Tech wound up being your destiny because you didn't have a choice in a good way. You were the consummate overachiever at 16.
Yeah.
So Tech was really, really lucky to have you, is my view on it.
Yeah, I'm guessing if you graduated high school at 16, you had to be a really stellar student. And so that's, how lucky for Tech that we were able to, to bring in an all-star student like that. And I love hearing that story because I do think, like Shan said, there are, those students who grow up in Cookeville and Putnam County, and Tech was always kind of in their backyard. And we hear from those students who wonder, can I, being local, can I still have a really rich student experience here at Tech, or do I need to go maybe further from home? And like you said, Tennessee Tech is a community unto itself. And you can have grown up in Cookeville and come to Tech, maybe live on campus and really have that independence and have just a vibrant student experience, even being a Cookeville native. And I love that was, that rang true for you. But I want to get to something. We mentioned in the introduction that you're really involved on campus and in the community, and part of that has been your role as a student worker in Tennessee Tech's Center for Rural Innovation and the Rural Reimagined Grand Challenge. And we love TCRI, the Center for Rural Innovation, here on College Town Talk. We've interviewed Dr. Michael Akins, Andrea Kruska, and others involved with the program over the years. And just maybe for the listener, you tell us a little bit about the Center for Rural Innovation and then why you wanted to be involved with the program.
Yeah, so I first wanted to be involved whenever Andrea had introduced me to everybody there. And then she also introduced me to Billy, which is where my internship is through. But I've worked events such as EagleWorks, Small Business Conference, which also through those experiences, I've been able to make the really meaningful connections, including one with Cookeville Chamber of Commerce, which is where one of my present internships are. So it's brought me so many different connections, not just within TCRI, but all around tech.
Has that made you feel a little more prepared toward your goals in tourism?
Yes.
I can only imagine. I think that boots on the ground training is very, very important, and it's very appealing to me. It's my turn to talk about my favorite topic, and apparently yours too, which is tourism. And as we mentioned, you're currently an intern with my good friend Billy Davis at Upper Cumberland Tourism Association. I'm on that board. And you've shared that you'd like to continue working in the field of tourism post-graduation, which is music to my ears. What can you tell us about the internship that you're in the middle of right now and why tourism resonates with you as a potential career path?
So I've been interning with Upper Cumberland Tourism for about 1.5 years now, and I've loved every second of it. There's never a boring moment, especially not with Billy.
Not with Billy.
I'm constantly meeting new people and learning about surrounding counties, not just Putnam and Cookeville, but the 14 counties of Upper Cumberland and what there are to offer. I grew up here and didn't realize there was so much to do here.
Yes, it's an incredible amount. And I'm going to speak to the fact what our listeners don't know is you came on board with Upper Cumberland Tourism in the middle of a rebrand, which if you're going to be a student intern, that's a real exciting thing, but also a very important project that you've taken a big, heavy lift for.
Yes. And, but I've been able to also learn about the community and even just different businesses that even if I knew about that existed, I've really got to make that connection with them and I didn't know you before, but now I've heard your name and then I got this connection through it, and it just, you see all these different people and everyone loves tourism that is in that industry, and it makes it so nice to work in because everyone loves doing what they're doing.
It's a lot of bubbly people is what you're saying. I mean, if you're in
very
tourism,
talkative, bubbly.
Never met a stranger, everybody in tourism.
Yeah, but I've done a little bit of everything from managing social media, creating content, designing graphics, sending newsletters, talking to the different businesses, selling memberships, everything. Like you said, even rebranding.
Yes.
And then, but the experience itself has really impacted my view on tourism and how tourism isn't just traveling to those popular places. It's your county that you grew up in, too.
Well, and I love how your work with Upper Cumberland Tourism Association and Rural Reimagined, I mean, those things are very complementary and they really work kind of hand in hand. And I want to just go back for the listener in case they don't know exactly what we're talking about when we say the Center for Rural Innovation and Rural Reimagined. And you correct me here if I'm going to I'll try to summarize, Emily, even though you probably have the better explanation. But I want to say it was maybe right before, really around the time of COVID, 2019 to 2020, the university started this effort to say, let's bring all of the expertise, all of the know-how and the skills and the what we have, the capabilities of our students, faculty, and staff. Let's bring a whole university approach to solving some of these challenges for our surrounding rural and at-risk and underserved counties. And I know the Appalachian Regional Commission, they have this criteria where they evaluate counties. And Putnam County is doing really well, but we have other areas of the state that they would say are distressed or at risk. And a lot of these counties have just natural beauty, hidden gems. I mean, a lot of potential, a lot of kind of untapped places and things that you would want to see and you would want to go and explore. And so Rural Reimagined has been I mean, we'll just give some examples. I know Monterey, here in Putnam County, they did a tourism campaign around Bee Rock. They designed a logo for the city of Monterey. They, I know, did a logo and a seal for Fentress County. And so they've been just really helping shine a light on, and I've seen this and I've lived this. I moved back to Cookeville 3 years ago. And there's so much to do in the Upper Cumberland. Obviously, we like to, we promote Cookeville and Putnam County, but everything from the town square in Gainsborough to all the development and the things to do in downtown Sparta and Livingston. And so it's really been helping to kind of the success that we're experiencing in Putnam County. It's been kind of helping to fan that out and extend that, further throughout the state. Has there been maybe a project with Rural Reimagined that's been most meaningful to you? Because there are just so many. I'm thinking they helped All Good do a kind of a rebrand and promote its offerings.
And even
all around
some
us.
small businesses.
Oh, yeah.
And remember, the branding that they're doing in these distressed and at-risk communities, they don't have the funding to pay for a big marketing campaign. So these are things that would cost thousands of dollars for them to do. And it is free. And for these small businesses, it's something where that business says, do I pay my electric bill and my staff today, or do I pay for a marketing campaign, right? And so they've made a big impact, and we are now seeing the results of that over these projects running for quite some time.
Yeah, I don't know if it's specifically a project, but I think, at least for Center for Rural Innovation, the way they get to use students to help these small businesses. So not only is the business getting the benefit, but the student gets all the experience and gets to put it on their resume, but then the business gets the outcome of that. So
Definitely.
It's a win-win situation for both. And I think it's a really neat program.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's experiential learning for the student, and then just practical, tangible help for these businesses and communities. Okay, well, in that vein of tourism and marketing and your work at Tech, we've got a little game that we want to play, and we're calling it Sell It in a Second. Okay, so I'm going to give you the name of a popular local point of interest for tourists and locals, and in a few seconds, you're going to give me your best pitch for what makes it worth visiting. Okay, so are you ready?
No pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Cummins Falls State Park.
Let's do Cummins Falls is a must-see for its stunning waterfall and scenic hiking trails.
Ooh, I like that.
Nice.
Okay, Cream City Ice Cream and Coffee House.
Cream City is the go-to spot for homemade ice cream, great coffee, and cozy downtown vibes.
Ooh, okay.
It is cozy.
That you could see that on a billboard. Okay.
Yes.
Ralph's Donuts.
This one's my favorite one. Ralph's Donuts is a Cookeville classic. You have to try the butter twist.
Definitely. If you have the butter twist, has to be in any campaign with Ralph's.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Cane Creek Park.
Cane Creek Park is perfect for outdoor fun with trails, water activities, and beautiful views.
Nice.
I love it. Okay. And the last one, the Cookeville Railroad Depot.
Step into history at the Cookeville Railroad Depot. Charm, character, and community all in one stop.
Nice. Step into history.
She's a natural, Sam.
I know. Emily, you're an overachiever. And in case that isn't already obvious to the listener, and as we mentioned in the introduction, you're already in grad school, even though you won't graduate with your bachelor's degree until May. Oh my goodness, the hits just keep coming. A lot of our listeners may not even know how that's possible, but it's an opportunity that is available to anyone who likes an extra challenge in the college business, thanks to the Fast Track program. And we've heard about this a few times throughout the podcast. And man, you've got to be ambitious, though. What can you tell us about that? And why was this something you wanted to do? Although I feel like I already know this answer.
The Fast Track program allows students to take up to 6 credit hours of graduate classes. So that would be about 1 class per semester during their undergraduate degree. And then after graduation, they continue working towards their MBA. So it just takes a little bit of time. It'll take you to like 2 years down to about 1 or 1.5. As I mentioned before, I graduated high school in 3 years, so this came a natural
Not just,
thing to
hey,
me.
I've worked so hard so I can slow down for a minute and take a breath. That's not your attitude.
That's never been a thing for me. But I chose the path because I enjoy challenging myself, and academically. Academics has always been super a strong like passion of mine. And yeah, it was just such a natural fit. But it also allowed me to make the most of my time while preparing for a long-term career. And I feel like since I've done the MBA Fast Track, that has allowed me to have my job at the dean's office. So everything that, if I do one thing, it leads to another. And that is one thing I'll take out of college and tech is one door opens another door constantly.
So just practically for listeners, I mean, what are you taking, I'm thinking maybe more than 12 or 15 hours some semesters, and then like summer classes, night classes, how are you managing this all?
Yeah, so right now I'm only taking 12 credit hours, and that's with my MBA. It's really nice because you get towards that senior year and most of your stuff is already done if you've done everything on track. So these classes kind of add in that like extra challenge and sometimes can keep you on your full term, which can keep your scholarships and stuff as well. But with it just being one class per semester, there's no extra summer classes. It's really not a huge extra load. You just have to be very like studious and making sure that you're able to do your online class with your in-person classes as well.
So it sounds like what you're saying is that it really is maybe more manageable, something that's a little bit closer in reach than people might think. Because when I hear, doing your undergrad and MBA in that short amount of time,
it does feel
it sounds
overwhelming.
So daunting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people get scared away by it, and it's definitely a great program, and I would recommend it to anybody and any listener that's thinking about doing it as well.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have just an extra minute. So I want to get to something that I've been curious to ask about, because the College of Business has, different departments and colleges within the university oftentimes will have their own social media. And the College of Business does such a good job. It's oftentimes very funny. You all kind of jump on a lot of like the trending social media trends and just find really creative things to do. I'm thinking of one, Shan, where there was this trend on social media for a while where people would video themselves asking like for an autograph, and they present somebody with a really old picture of that person, and then they're wondering like, where did you find this? How did you get this? And so the College of Business did that, where they hey, can I get this signed? And they're videoing it the whole time, and they give these faculty members like a really old headshot or something. And I mean, it was so funny. So what has it been like being on the social media team for the College of Business? How do you all, I mean, do you just get together in a room and brainstorm? How do you come up with some of this content?
Yeah, we pretty much just get in a room once a week and brainstorm, and then we schedule out who's doing what. So if I come up with an idea, I'll schedule it to do in like 2 weeks. And a lot of times depending on like homecoming, we'll schedule stuff around a certain event. So like if there's a trend we're wanting to do, we'll like tweak it for a certain event. Or like you said, that trend, like we took that and we were like, how can we make that for College of Business? And that was with the students and faculty.
Well, and you can, I feel like I can tell when I'm looking at it. I mean, it's very student driven. I'm like, these are, this is not staff in the College of Business. Some of these ideas could only come from just savvy Gen Z. Yeah.
Yes.
So do they really give you creative freedom to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll pretty much just come in the room if we're like, hey, I saw this on TikTok last night. Okay, let's do it. Let's find a way to make it fit the College of Business, and then we just roll with it.
Well, I love the fact that she said they get in a room and they schedule their post and assign, because that is a business practice. I have a social media manager. We meet once a week, and she talks about, here's what I'm going to do, and then she sets aside like a first half of one of the days of the week that's her scheduling day, and she develops all the social media content and then schedules it out. So it looks like she's posting every single day, but of course she's doing other things and she's in meetings and running budgets and whatever. But that I've had some students that have graduated from other universities that came and they applied for the social media position. And I would say, okay, how are you with schedule? Well, I haven't done that before. Like they had not, like they were really green. And I was like, oh my gosh, that university has not prepared them properly because now I'm going to have to train them on something that they should already know.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that you guys are running it like a social media team inside a business.
Yeah.
So well done.
And it's really nice because I get to take those skills and apply them with Upper Cumberland Tourism or the Chamber. So I'm getting to do it in real life.
It's a real
as
product.
well. Like take what I learn and use it in that same day sometimes.
Well, finally, Emily, we like to end each interview on this podcast with the same question. And I know you know this question well because, by the way, she's a listener. She's a frequent listener. And so we appreciate that. But what is one way that Tennessee Tech has impacted your life?
Tennessee Tech has impacted my life, given me so many opportunities. I feel like y'all can see that. I have lists long of everything that they've been able to give me and opportunities that I never would have imagined, opportunities that I always wanted but never thought I would get. But then I did because of Tennessee Tech and because I was outgoing and Tech and the staff pushed me to do those things. And it's been roles from leadership to internships to just meeting amazing mentors to like some of my professors that I've had freshman year, I still talk to and still write me letters of recommendation. Like it's such a small community, but they want to see you strive, not just get you in the class and get you out. And, those connections is what is leading me to a job once I graduate as well. But it's helped me grow not just academically, but also personally and show me what I'm capable of and how much I can challenge myself.
Well, and I'm going to say, you told us before our podcast today, this was your first radio interview, and you've nailed it. So it definitely will not be your last. This is one of many, but that shows you do not shy away from a challenge or something that causes that first bit of nerves. You've aced it today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
And for our listeners, if you're enjoying our show and hearing from incredible Tennessee Tech students like Emily Thomas, would you do us a favor and leave a 5-star review on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get this podcast? It all helps to spread the word about the great things happening right here in Cookeville.
And we'll meet you back here again next week for more conversations with the people who make Cookeville, Tennessee's college town.
College Town Talk is presented by Tennessee Tech University in partnership with the Cookeville-Putnam County Visitors Bureau. Your hosts are Jonathan Frank and Shan Stout, and original music is performed by Andrew Buckner. Visit us online at tntech.edu/collegetowntalk.